Currently on our way home, coming up from DC, going back to the garage. Not already tracking what happened. Had a little injury to my ankle. A little embarrassed to say this. I was doing double unders. I came down on my foot wrong, rolled my ankle bad enough to where I tore a ligament. So we got some recovery time with that. So we're gonna be doing a lot of seated workouts, and we're basically just gonna document the road back to being a fully healthy human being. As I said in the beginning of the video, we have a little bit of an ankle injury, ATF tear. I'm in this boot right here. There's a lot of stuff that we're not gonna be able to do, but there still is a lot of stuff that we can do. So I'm actually gonna be coming out with an app. Gonna be kind of like a fitness app, but the little twist that's gonna be in it is you can input your specific injury, and then it'll create a workout program for that injury. And then you also put in things like how much time you have, how intense you want it to be, what you're actually training for. Is it functional fitness, which we have our own name for those style of workouts, or is it strength training, is it Olympic lifting, whatever it may be. So let's get into explanation of the workout. All right, so over these next few months, we're gonna spend a lot of time on the warm-ups, obviously a lot of time on the upper body, and not really getting any stronger, but maybe strengthening those smaller muscles. So for warm-up, we have 3 phases. So the first phase is gonna be 3 rounds of seated band pull aparts. We're gonna do 15 of those. Scalp retraction holds, 5 seconds, 5 reps of those. And then light seated dumbbell press, 10 of those. Right, just making sure that we're squeezing all the way through that press. And then banded tricep press down, 15 of those. And then for phase 2, we have 2 rounds. Seated thoracic twist with reach, 5 reps of those. Banded lat pull downs, 10 of those. Seated overhead med ball throw, and then a breathing row, right? So we're gonna be focused on our breathing. We're gonna be doing arms only, obviously, today. And we're gonna get 10 reps of those. And then that last phase 3, we have a run round of 30-second row, again, arms only. Bench dips, so we're gonna get on the bench and do some dips, 5 reps of those. And then seated dumbbell press, 6 reps. And then seated med ball slams. Again, 6 reps. And then the actual workout, 30-minute EMOM, row, obviously arms only, and then move into bench dips, and then seated dumbbell press and seated med ball slams, and then 1 minute's rest, and keep cycling through for 30 minutes. I just got done the 30 minute EMOM. I'm pretty freaking crushed, man. I will say, it's the first time wearing the Oura ring. It doesn't get in the way, but you definitely feel his presence. And the hardest part was definitely the dumbbell press. I had to pause a lot during that minute. Definitely a killer workout. I feel like even if you're not injured, that would still be a pretty fucking badass workout. What else? Yeah, dude, I'm pretty slayed up from that. Honestly, didn't think you could get this slayed up. Since I got hurt, just thinking I'm not gonna be getting a good workout in for the next, few months, but it's a pretty good workout. And yeah, dude, my arms are pumped out of a crazy arm pump, dude. I thought my arms were gonna freaking rip off. I mean, it'll definitely keep us in enough shape to continue getting ready for the games. So, like I said, that whole workout, the warm up, and then the EMOM, that was all made from my app that's gonna be coming out within the next few months. Custom tailored to the intensity I wanted, what kind of injuries I had, and so on and so forth. One more thing I forgot to mention, with my app, you're gonna be able to connect your Oura ring and your Apple Watch, as well as other watches such as Garmin and Galaxy.